go
This
for the
conference will
sourcing?
now be recorded.
What?
Can you mass uploads? Can you go for the sourcing project? One of the sourcing project?
What you want to do? We will.
No,
Okay.
no, no.
So let's. No. Hold on. Let's finish the approvable process flow. After finishing of this approvable process flow, in the last 15-20 minutes, we will take all the questions from your end.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay. Is it fine?
Okay. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Just now
Perfect.
it is
That's
started. How many minutes?
yeah. Just now. We are just waiting for you only to join. Till the time you haven't joined, we haven't started.
No, it is
Okay.
raining heavily today here.
Okay. No worries. Yeah. So now take an example. These are all the approvable workflow process flows. So what exactly does the approval workflow means to be? So just take an example, requisition. Okay. So requisition will get approved. Supplier data update will go for approvable workflow. Everything. Now I will just to show you one part, that is nothing but the contract request or invoice. Anything, each and everything will go with the approval process. So now this is a requisition. So my requisition is active. So whatever it seems to be an active, it will go for the approval, right? So now you just click on this new approval workflow process. So there are two ways. Either you can add this approval workflow by your own, or the another way is you can be able to, there is one more way. First, you can add it by your own. Okay, it means that addition of the new approval workflow. Or the another way is, instead of adding the new approval workflow, I am copying the existing approval workflow. And you know what is the standard way, standard process? So copy the existing approval workflow. So basically, if you will go over here, you can see that in the approval process, there is a summary. We can be able to substitute different type of the approval rules as well. Okay, so there are different approval rules which you can be able to substitute over here, and on the basis of that, this approval will go. As you know, whenever we are placing any request, it will go via ample of approvers, right? Means it
First
will
we
go
have to
via
go
2
for the
approver, 3
create.
approver, or whatever.
No. First we have to go
No.
for the create.
Hold on. Yes.
Can
First
you
you have to
repeat
go
again
for the
from
create.
starting now?
Yes, I will repeat again from the starting. Okay. See what exactly does this approval workflow means to be. I will just to show you. Now if I am in the procurement part, okay, and when I was in the procurement part, if any purchase requisition I am placing or any purchase order I am placing. So just take an example. If I will take any of the requisition over here. Where is the requisition contract C? Okay, so this requisition, whenever it has been placed, it will go for 2-level approval, or it might be going for 3-level approval or 1-level approval, whatever it may be. Or we have a service entry sheet, contract worksheet, catalog, whatever it may be. So whenever this any kind of the request is there, it will go for the specific number of users. Okay, specific number of users for the approval process. So this approval process has to be designed in the approvable workflow process. In simple words, is it clear? So what I'm doing is, if I want to give my requisition for the approval process, then what I will be doing is, it will be going 3-level approval, 2-level approvals, or if required, it might go through only one level of approval process.
4, 5
So it
also
depends.
available, no?
15 plus levels also can be able to manage over here.
Abba.
So in Ariba, it is very easy to manage 15 plus levels as well in the approvable workflow process. So it's not a big deal to do the configuration of the workflow process in a SAP Ariba system. Okay, so this is as simple as like that. So whenever you wanted to make the approval workflow process, what we will be doing is we will be taking, so this everything will go for approval. Either you take the supplier, or you take the contract request, or you take the contract line item, you take the means each and everything what will go for approval, each and everything will go for approval. Means there are all the things which will go for approval, like RFP will go for approval, auction will go for approval, each and everything will go for your approval process, and for all of them we will be following the same process. There are no changes. Either I am doing this or I am doing contract, each and everything will go for the approvable workflow process. Okay, so this entire process of approval that we have to build over here, and accordingly we need to place the request. So that thing is nothing but the approval workflow process. In simple words, what exactly does the approval workflow process means to be? If any supplier or any customer or any supplier request will be there which is going for the approval, then all those things we can be able to see over there, right? So this process of looking into the approval workflow is called as the approvable workflow process. So this entire process is something we call it as the approvable workflow process, each and everything. So either we have a contract, we have a knowledge project, supplier project, sourcing request, sourcing project. The way like we do have a contract, in a similar manner we have each and everything which will go for the approval process. Okay, and what we are supposed to do is we are supposed to work on this approvable role assignment part. So that I will show it to you now. So where to go? You need to go to the approval processes. Okay, over here you can see. So you click on the approval process.
There is no create.
It is there. Yeah, see this you can see create new. Click on the create new button. Okay, so you can put it over here as a 17th October 2020 approval workflow, right? Now in this case, if you will see, ample of things are available which will go for approval. So just take an example. What can be approved? Each and everything: cart, check request, collaboration request, contract request, invoice, PR, PO, service entry sheet, travel profile, template, timesheet, sourcing request. Each and everything will go for approval. So I will select the sourcing request. So what you want to approve, that you need to select it over here. So sourcing request we need to keep for approval for 3 levels. Template, if any new template has been created, that needs to be kept for 2-level approvers. Requisition, request, each and everything, receipt, invoice, form, okay, whatever it may be, that we can be able to keep it for approval. Then click on the next button. Supplier request also we can keep it for approval. Now over here we can be able to substitute the approval rules. Okay, what rules you want to substitute over here, and who wants to give this approval. So now only one level is there, so this title will be sourcing manager. So sourcing manager is a first level of approver over here. Now about this complete title we will give all the details. See, now you came to know over here as a sourcing manager. So which group will be there for taking up of this approval process? So we have a multiple approval process flows. Out of this, whom you want to assign this for this process? So just take an example. I have selected the contract manager, or you want to select the sourcing manager, right? Now take an example. You want to add one more serial rule or parallel rule. Both of the things you can be able to do. Sourcing senior manager. From whom you want to get this approved? You want this to be get approved from the sourcing manager. Okay. Now I have added this over here as a group, and one action is the required one. Another one I don't want to make it as a required field, so I will remove it. Even that is possible over here. Or one more thing, we can add any specific supervisor. If you want, you can be able to add approver based on the field in approval type, or you can add the specific requester as well in case of the approval workflow process. Okay, so now just take an example. I'm substituting the sourcing manager or contract manager or analyst. So as you know, these are the different type of the rules which are available. I will just click on the check in and activate, and now with this specific workflow process is active. You can see over here 17th October 2020 approval workflow for the sourcing request is an active. So what we did is we did simply two things over here. We have added the approval workflow process. Once we have added the specific approval workflow process, each and every sourcing request, okay, which we will be substituting via this, will go for the approval process. So in simple words, what is happening over here? So we will be assigning the approver in case of approval workflow process flow for the specific sourcing request. So this sourcing request will go, so whenever any of the sourcing request will get placed, it will go for the approval before completion process. This is what this exactly represent the approval workflow process. So either you go for the sourcing request, or you go with a sourcing project or you go with anything else, all the things will go for the approval process. So in simple words, either I am placing the supplier request or I am placing the supplier management request. Okay, each and everything should move towards the approval, and for that purpose we will be having this approval workflow management. What we can do is, in this approval workflow, if you want the specific requisition to be approved, whenever we will be doing the GR that needs to be approved, all these things can be gone via the different level of approvers. So you just take one simple example over here. Now this is one of my supplier which is qualified, so this is my qualified supplier. Okay, so this qualified supplier had also been went via 3 or 4 approval processes, right? So this entire process of the approval will be carried out in the approvable workflow process management. So you just check it out over here. See, this supplier management I did. So over here, if you will see, request has been created and project owner, whoever will be the project owner, he had approved this request, and in this way new supplier has been created. So what is this? This is a supplier request. This is what? This is the supplier request, and this supplier request had went for the approval process. See, you can see over here, approval for the supplier request. Just take a simple example. This has been went for only one level of approvals. Now I will show you the same supplier request in the approval workflow process forms as well. So you take an example over here, manage approval process. So I came to the manage approval process. So as I said you, there are ample of approvers which is available. Okay, out of all of these approvers, which we have seen is the supplier profile request. See, this one is the supplier profile request. So there could be the things that there are multiple supplier profile requests. You can just tick via one part, that is whatever suppliers are active, you can be able to see only active suppliers. See, if you will search via this, active is equal to yes, then this will be showing all the specifically active requests. So either it is a contract request, or it is the service entry sheets, time sheets, user profiles, requisition, invoice collaboration, contract. So as I said you, each and everything will go for the approval process, and whatever things will be going for the approval, we can be able to maintain it over here. Now just to take one simple example of the service entry sheet or the goods receipt or the requisition. So if we are talking about the requisition part, so this specific requisition as well will have only one level of approvals: purchase head condition approval 1. And who is doing this approver? So this will be done by the purchasing user. So whenever any kind of the approval rule has to set up, this approval rule we need to set up via approvable workflow process. In case if you want to make the changes in the specific rule, if you want to apply few changes, that point of time what you can do is you just need to add the specific request. Now take a simple example over here. So you can be able to put the complex approval workflow processes as well as simple approval workflow process. Now over here if you will see this is going with a 4 level of approvers. Okay, commodity central reviewer, commodity reviewer, contract manager, requester, asset receiver, and then it is showing as an approved one. Okay, so if you want to apply any rules into this, so how to apply the rules in this specific thing? So just take an example. If you want to add few rules, even it is possible for you to add the rules into this part. Okay, so each and everything we can be able to do whenever we will be managing any kind of the approval workflow process. So in simple words, what it will show you is if any approval workflow process has to be managed, what we will do, we will go through 3 level of approval, 4 level of approvals, or it might be possibility that the same thing has to go for the 8 level of approvals as well, which we can be able to carry out via this approval workflow. So we can be able to design the flexible approval workflows or normal approval workflows. It depends. Like whenever you have such different level of approvals are available, that point of time what you can do is you can simply add the specific approval. It will go with a different level of approval process, and accordingly you can be able to make the changes into the system. So what happens whenever any kind of the approval process has been designed, that point of time once the specific approval is being done, it will go to the next level. It is in simple words, it is nothing but the simple release strategy. We will be using the release strategy in SAP MM, right? In the same manner over here as well, we will be adding the release strategy. Okay, so what we have to do, I will retell you. Okay, first is go to the approval process. Then second is what thing you want to approve. So either you want to approve the charge reconciliation, contract request. So just take an example over here, the contract request. So this contract request has to be gone through the 3 level of approvers or 4 level of approvers. Those agents we will be maintaining, and we can add the conditions over here. Add the contract manager group as an approver to the approval workflow, which we can edit. Just click on this edit button and you can be able to edit the specific contract approval workflow. Okay, so these are the things. It means that these all activities we have to do in general for the approval process workflow. Now how to create this or how to copy the specific request, what
Amit,
can be approved and
hello,
what can be
Amit.
created as an approval workflow process. each and everything we can be able to make it as the approval workflow. So either
Uh,
you have a service request, or we have the contract request, or we have the collaboration request, contractor survey, invoice, general approval, receipt. Each and everything can go via the specific approval workflow process. So like, just take a simple example. If I am placing one of the form, and that form has to go for approval through 3 levels, or if I have the purchase service entry sheet, or one specific user profile is there, what we used to do is, we will be having the 3 level of user profiles. So what I will be doing, I have created the approval workflow process for this, and accordingly I will be adding the data over here. So now, which is a standard book for this approval? This is available for each and everything. Means either you go for the contract management, or means it is present in both. As like a template, this topic is present in both the levels, upstream as well as downstream. What's the reason? Because approval is available for both the regions. So you can go via this book, approval workflow process AR510. So how the process will happen? Requisition is created, it will go for approval, then order, fulfillment, and then receipt. Okay, so this is the in general approval process. So this is one of the certification questions you have. What is approvable? Approvable means what? What things can be approved? Each and everything which you can select. See over here, create new. Budget will go for approval, contract request will go for approval, receipt will go for approval, requisition will go for approval. Requisition, contract request, receipt, invoice reconciliation, all these go for approval. Approvable is the document that must be approved by the designated user. That is called as an approvable workflow process. In the approval workflow process, you can add the specific user as a approver, or in a case if you want, you can add him as a watcher as well. Okay, it means that he will not approve, but he will just get the routing, or he will just get the notification. What is the parallel routing and serial routing? So serial means in one go two people are going. In parallel means at a time it is going parallelly. So over here, if you will see this, if I will add something like this is a parallel workflow. So how many such levels I can be able to add? So as many levels I want, I can be able to add it over here.
so what are differences serial and parallel?
Oh, can you tell me what will be the difference between serial and parallel?
Serial step by step, no?
Right, simple. If this request is submitted, it will go either of three, 1, 2, 3: sourcing manager, contract manager, and sourcing agent. When I am marking this as a serial, in that case, what will happen? It will go until and unless untitled 3 will approve, it will not go to untitled 2.
Hmm.
So serial means until and unless you will not cross one village, you can't enter to the another village. Whereas in case of the parallel approvers, at a time 3 or 4 levels, one workflow will go for 4 level of approvals. So whoever wants to approve this, they can be able to do the approval at the same time.
Can you once again explain the active selection of approval, that sudden active selection is there, no?
Okay, so just take an example over
No,
here.
no. By
This is
default, no, no. You showed that inactive, active, draft state approvals, no? That automatically we are getting 3 to 4 approvals by default. So how it will be has how it will be we are getting that 3 to 4 here only. Uh, That
correct.
is
See what
designed by.
happens.
Hmm.
No. It is predefined. Whenever
Ah,
you are purchasing Ariba system,
okay.
that point of time, what will happen is you
Hmm.
will have a entire things to be predefined, pre-designed.
But we don't know.
Whenever
We didn't know no how many approvals. Unless we select only, we will know how many approvals are there.
correct, absolutely right. So
If you
once you
select the
have
budget,
selected these,
how many approvals? Here budget and copy we
you
have to
can
do.
see this. No. Ha. If you will be copying it,
Hmm.
then you can be able to see the same workflow budget you are copying it, and through this you will be creating the new one. Like the same way we will be creating the template. How you create the template? While creating the template, you copy the existing one, or I will just give you one simple example. When you are creating the plant, that point of time, what you used to do is
Copy.
we will be copying the plant in the same way. So just take an example, this cancel invoice request. So this is an active one. So once I am copying this will remain same.
Yes, yes.
Cancel invoice request will remain same. Instead of that, new workflow will be prepared. That is cancel invoice request. See here, cancel invoice request, but it is in draft state.
Mhm.
It is in the draft state. So same way we have the active state and the draft state. So this approval workflow will be in the draft state. So as this is in the draft state, until and unless now how it is coming, it is coming by default.
Hmm. How
We
can
are
we make it active?
okay. So how can we make it active?
What are
Funny,
the
can you tell?
conditions we can use for this?
No, how to make this workflow active?
No, no, by
Can
getting the
anyone tell
names,
me? Huh?
by giving the
By
names.
clicking on and checking in and active.
See,
By clicking
simple.
on
You
checking in
just check in
Checking.
and activate.
activate.
Okay,
I
okay,
have
that
just
we can.
so once you clicked on this check in and activate, then it will get activated.
Okay.
Okay.
And
So whenever
what
it
is
is
the
in draft state, it is of no use at all.
what
Once
is
it
the
had
con
been built,
what is the use
yeah,
of the
that
condition in?
correct. So over here now, if you will see, there are ample of tabs over here.
Hmm.
Okay, so now just take an example. Whenever this specific request, I want to get it for approval, but I want to add one specific condition. What exactly is that condition? So the condition is the origin should be always Ariba guided buying, or the requester, if and only if the requester is the contract manager, or if and only if the requester is Adi Tech Demo, then only it will go for approval from invoice manager. See, just take an example over here. I put the condition requester is Adi Tech Demo. So whenever, so now just take an example, you have received the request. So if the cost, it might be possibility you want to put the different conditions. Okay, So you want to put the conditions as a total cost exceeds the limit, check against the latest currency conversion rate. Okay, any line item with commodity code or approval has a line item. So total cost exceeds the limit. So if the costing is going more than 1 lakh rupees, then only it should go for invoice manager's approval.
Yes.
If it is not for more than 1 lakh rupees, then it is not required to go for approval. So this is nothing but what? Condition. Okay, so in the same way, what you can do is you can be able to add few sub conditions over here. Okay, so now over here one condition is cost should be greater than 1 lakh, and you want to add one more condition. The one more condition is the state should be approved, or created date should be less than to today, or only the requests which are more than or which has more than one version, or last modified date should be in 2020. Only those things has to be substituted, right? So so this is a way like status string. So status time created. So I will just put the request over here. What I am doing, time created of the invoice is equal to today. So I will be just making the request that if and only if for today itself, like month end, I can put it over here. Time created should be 17th of October and total cost exceeds the 1 lakh. Then this will go for approval. Just take an example. I want to add one more sub condition. So here I can be able to substitute the condition. I can be able to add any kind of the sub conditions as well in this case. See over here, like in this way, we can be able to make as many changes as you want over here. So in the same way, we will be making the changes in the specific template. We can be able to make the changes in this approvable workflow as well.
Amit, can you explain this first one? Uh, First condition you have mentioned, no? That one you can explain.
This one, okay. Total cost
After that,
exceeds the 1
second,
lakh.
after 1 lakh.
Okay.
After that, sub
Time
condition we will
time
add.
created time. So it if the invoice cancellation is done on 17th October, then only it will go to the approval. If it is
No, that flow
created
you can
to
explain.
any
The
another day,
flow.
okay. See, what is the flow? So there are three things, three approval levels over here.
Hmm.
First one, cost should be more than 1 lakh.
PR cost or like
Time
so.
created should be 17th of October. Okay, so now this flow we hadn't made it properly. So just to take an example, if you want to add one more request, that if you want to make one more condition that changed by changed by just take an example, changed by is equal to Amit dot Naubade. So now what will happen? What is this condition? This invoice will go for approval if it is of more than 1 lakh, if it is created on 17th of October and if it is created only with amit.naubade@gmail.com, right? So in this way, this approval workflow we can be able to design. So Aisha and Funny, is it clear to you?
Uh,
Yes,
Yeah,
Amit.
yeah, Amit, it is clear.
it's clear, but can you add? We have to add the sub project or what subfield there?
Not a subfields. It is, these are nothing but the sub conditions.
Sub condition. The main
See,
condition is this is 1 lakh. After that, we have to add field match or sub condition.
correct. Sub conditions. See, I'm just adding one more sub conditions. I'm adding, just take an example. Over here, I want to add one more sub condition. So I will add. So this is now if I'm adding into this is what sub condition for this. But so in this way, like you can understand this workflow, right? Up and down, up and down. So in this way, you can be able to make as many changes as you want. Aisha, is it clear to you?
Yeah, Amit.
Okay, so what I am doing is over here, I will be just adding the different sub conditions. So it is as per the business requirement. So whenever you are working for any of the project, that point of time, there will be different kind of things will come into picture, and accordingly you have to work. Just one thing. Okay, so now
It,
over.
Amit,
Hmm,
Amit.
yeah.
Okay, so regarding this condition, okay, um, if the requirement is like for a requisition, okay, if the amount is 1,000, then it should be having only one level of approval. If the amount is of 2,000, then second. Likewise, we have six levels. Then how the condition will be created?
Correct. So in that case, what you should do is, there are two ways. You can either just create one condition over here. Okay, you select one more, you copy the
Hello, uh, guys,
existing
you are
Amit,
able to.
amount as a
Amit,
more
your
than
voice is
1,000 and add the two level of approvers over here with
Amit, there was a problem with your voice. We didn't get.
mm, mm, uh, Amit, actually, the Wahid, whatever he has asked, that it's very important that
Amol.
in MM
Amit, Amit.
also.
Amol.
Yeah, there is some interruption in
Amol.
your voice, Amit.
Yeah, I know. That has been
Yeah. So,
disconnected.
Amit,
Okay.
it
See,
will be good
what you
that yeah, it will be good that you for now you just create a one requisition approval flow and you just show us because in our process it's working like that only. So it will be good because I think all of us will be able to have a clearance of
no.
about the approval
Yeah,
flow.
means yeah. Okay, no. See, what you, I got your question. Okay,
Hmm.
how to do this, that I will tell you,
Yeah.
and we will do it as well.
Yes.
Now in your case, so first possibility to do this is I have one requisition over here. Okay, so
Hmm.
like this is a cancel invoice request, and I am putting the condition 1 lakh rupees greater
Hmm.
than, if it is greater than 1 lakh, only one level approvers. I will check in and activate. Now I will
Hmm.
copy the same request. I will copy this request and I will give the name as a greater than 1 lakh requisition approver. Okay, then I will make the request of greater than 2 lakhs I will add the 2 level of approvers.
Okay.
Then 3 lakhs, greater than 3 lakhs, 3 level of approvers. But every time I am creating the new approval request. How I am creating is, I am copying from the existing one and I will be adding the new approval request. This is
But
one way.
if the value is 1.5 lakh, then the value is
No,
sliced
so
between
that
1.5.
correct. So that we have to give, right? Greater than
No,
when we are
we
making
will be deciding the condition, right? Between 1 lakh to 2 lakh,
correct,
then it will be like, means it will
correct.
be like
So what
the,
how you will be deciding this condition? So this condition will be decided like 1 lakh rupees, one approver, then 1 lakh to 2 lakhs. So you have to give that condition,
yeah,
two
that will
approver.
be.
Can you make it as Wahid told, when we can create one request and we can make it
Yes.
this
Yeah.
1
We
lakh,
will do so.
then it will
3
be useful to
approvers.
all of us, this condition.
3 to 4. It will be having 4 approvals. So what we can do is, we can take one requisition or we can take one contract request, and as per that contract request we can add the 4 level of approvers for this real. And in this way, you can see this. Okay, one requisition is going for 1 2 3 4. Like there are ample of requests we can be able to substitute for one requisition, one sourcing request, one means
We
everything we
can
can be able
create
to.
new. We can create more. No?
Correct. Yeah, we will do so. Okay, so now the question answers. Okay, so whoever has a questions, just come up with your questions and answers.
Amit, you said like now whatever the Amul has asked the question, you said like we need to create a 2 to 3 approval flows. For 1 to 2 lakhs, one approval flow, 2 to 3 lakhs, one approval flow. Instead of that, in single
Yeah,
one approval flow, can't we do that?
yeah, we can even do that process as well. In one approval flow as well, we have the capability to make it up. Because see, in these conditions, just take an example. So there is I will tell you what happens is, over there is one VLOOKUP table which we can
Yes.
substitute. Okay,
Hmm.
and through this VLOOKUP, what we can do is, it can be able to migrate to 2 level or 3 level approval, because there is one more approval process means. But I would say the standard is what I have said it to you. The what I said you is the standard. But like over here, if you will see now, I can
Hmm.
give this as a optional workflow. Means like if I am selecting this position, I will be giving this as optional. Okay, and I can create the 2 levels over here. Okay, so first flow will be greater than 1 lakh, second flow will be greater than 2 lakh. So even that is possible. So there are, means like 3 to 4 level of possibilities to do this. There is one more way to do this, that is nothing but the act as a possibility is there. Probably you might have done it earlier. Okay, you can
Hmm.
even use this act as a policy, and through that as well you can be able to create this specific activity for the same. Approval rule basics. See, this approval rule engine is there. So via this we can be able to even create in one workflow, but it is not recommended to create in one specific workflow to do the same. Yeah, any questions, Vamsi?
No, actually, you will show the example. No, no.
Yeah.
And one more thing, what is flexible approval? Difference between flexible approval and the normal approval?
Yeah, see, in the flexible approval workflow, we will be giving ample of conditions over there, right? Instead of one condition, like if I will be giving 3 conditions, or if I will be using 4 conditions in the Ariba, then that is something which we can call it as the flexible approvable workflow.
Which approval? Flex-
Flexible. It is
Okay.
more or less same only.
Can we make a conditions like one commodity group and with value of 1 as a
Uh,
conditions? Now whatever the
uh,
Amul told, no, with
mhm.
some ample of values like 0 to 1 lakh, 1 and 1 to 2 lakhs, 2 to 3 lakhs. That
Okay, okay, yes,
cost.
yes, yes. So now, you
One
can
is
you try
with
this out today?
material. One is with material group commodity code. One is with value. Because normally we will make 2 to 3, like purchase group, or we will make land,
No,
or
no, no,
we
no.
will make
Okay,
like
okay. Just I got your point. Okay. So just take
uh,
this contract request. Take this contract request. Okay. Contract request approval process. Hmm?
this is a default one, no?
Default one. So copy it. Okay.
Okay.
You try this out today. Contract request. This is already active. Okay. Copy this. How to do this? What you will do? So you will create 3 contract requests. Request approval process 1, 2, 3. Right? Is it clear? Vamsi?
Contract request? No, he
No,
has
you
created,
just
no?
no. You create it now today, okay? And while creating, give this.
No, no, we
See,
asked
in
to create the condition on all of you asking, no, based on that.
no. You
Uh,
try it today. See, hold on. You try it today. If you can't do it, then I will do it tomorrow.
no, you
You have a
told me
time,
that
right?
no, we are new for this approval process in this Ariba
No.
because
What is? See, what is the difficult into this?
we don't know, no, how to make the value
Amol,
and conditions, all these things. Amul is in downstream, he will know, but we don't know, no.
no, it is. So today, what I taught you, on the basis of that, you can't do it.
Let me have once, we will do it.
So try it, na. At least try it. I know you can't be able to do it, or you might be able to do it, but it is just a simple logic, right? See, this is the diagram and this is
Uh,
the conditions which you have to substitute. Simple.
uh, here, can you make it your value is equal to 1 lakh? How can we make it is equal to?
Correct. Yes, you can. How to make it up? Amol, how to make this?
Yeah, Amit, in condition you will be, as we are talking about the price now, so we need to check that field, the price
So
equal to
instead
or
of,
greater than.
see, over
Yeah,
here, instead of authoring contract, you have to select the price.
yeah.
Or as Vamsi is talking about the commodity code. So
Mhm.
Vamsi, why you can't select the commodity code and try it out? It will just take hardly 1 hour.
No, no. Can you explain this condition part again? All are
Okay.
true. That
What is that? See, over here, one condition has been substituted, that if the price is greater than 1 lakh, in this we will select the field match. I have shown you, right? If price is more than 1 lakh, then this approval workflow will go for approver.
There,
If
there
not,
directly we can select and give the value.
what I have done just now before 5 minutes.
Yeah, some field match you have done.
Correct. The same thing you have to do. Can you try it today?
Okay. Can you add the value? Can we will know if you had one value.
Yes, we can add everything.
Uh, can you add it?
Yes. How to add? Tell me.
Right click.
No, now I can't do the right click over here. Why?
Uh,
Funny, why?
Because already you have
Copied
copied
from
that. You have already copied that.
No.
So we need
it
to
is
edit.
not in edit
First of
mode.
all, we need to click on edit.
Perfect. Once you click on this edit mode, see, just a simple word. What you can do is you add the field match over here, and then you select the field. In the contract request, whatever fields are available that you can see. So maximum amount. Okay, so just take an example. This is the maximum amount. So you tick on this maximum amount, and now you put this greater than, equal to, less than or equal to. So your question is, what will happen to less than 1 lakh to 1.5 lakhs? So in that case, you can maybe able to make it up over here, greater than or equal to, or you can make is less than or equal to, or you can make over here best way is in between, right? So Vamsi, just try it out today, these things. Okay,
okay.
I will. So instead of whatever activities you used to do in night, just create one contract request and show me that three approval workflows, right?
Okay. Is greater than or equal. We will do, but value we can add it. No.
I have shown you na. And
Yeah. You should.
if you can't get what I have to, what you should do. So just take an example. While doing, you can't do this. What you will do? There is a simple service.ariba.com or help.ariba.com request is there. Okay, so you just click on that help.ariba.com. There you can be able to check it out. Okay, chalo, that's it from my end. Thank you.
Amit,
No, you will do an example. You will told no one example. If you told, we will try it. That's not a matter. But this.
Okay, so try it now
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
See, Vamsi, try it
Yeah. I
today.
will.
If, if you can't do it, then I will do it. Simple.
Okay. Okay.
The way
Because
like
Amit,
you tried that day, supplier, right?
no, actually, what I mean to ask is that release strategy is based on everything. In SAP, actually, we have based on in PR or PO.
See,
Generally,
do
we will
one thing.
use.
Tomorrow spend at least 6 hours on the approval workflow only and come up with all of your observations. Can you do so? What happened?
No. What I mean to ask is actually, in or in SAP, we have the release.
See,
We
boss,
have
you have
all
to do
material.
the study, right?
Yeah,
What is
we
the context in that?
material group, or we will ask in the
What?
value
See,
based
hold
on
on.
that only.
What you are supposed to do? What you are supposed to do yesterday? What homework I had given to you yesterday?
That I want to ask one more thing.
No,
Yeah.
hold on. You asked what homework I had given you yesterday.
Today I was been studied in supplier that can you go for the
No.
source project?
Hold
अरे यार
hold on. What
आप मेरे बात भी नहीं सुन रहे, मैं क्या बोलना है आपको?
कल क्या होमवर्क दिया था आपको? वो किया क्या आपने?
मैं कल किया वो कुछ एरर आया कुछ लास्ट में, वो
क्या
आप
आया
बोले
दिखाओ?
तो मेरे को ओपन हो गया, वो कलेक्ट कर दिया मैं, वो एक लैपटॉप भी ले लिया, अब लैपटॉप नया है। क्रेडिट बाइंग कलेक्ट कर दिया मैं, नाइट पे कर दिया। आप सर्च करो
क्या किया?
मेरा लैपटॉप,
क्या किया बता?
आप ओपन करो तो मालूम होता है मेरे। आई हैव क्रिएटेड द डेल लैपटॉप। इफ यू गो फॉर द गाइडेड
हाँ,
बाइंग, माय परचेज रिक्वेशन इज देयर, आप देखो।
ओके गुड। कितना घंटा पढ़ाई किया कल रात?
अरे यार रात कितने घंटे पढ़ते हैं यार?
कब पढ़ता है फिर तू?
नहीं नहीं, वो तो नहीं, एक वो नहीं, मैं आज एक एक देखा है। आप सोर्स प्रोजेक्ट में जाके आप लाइन आइटम
हाँ।
में है ना, लाइन आइटम में
हम्म हम्म
when we are going for the source project, or when you are going for the source project, if you are selecting the
हम्म
full project,
हम्म
and if you are going for
हम्म
RFI, if you want
हम्म
to add the mass upload of suppliers,
हम्म
how can we add it?
there is there is one export and import option. Okay, see Vamsi, just do one thing. Today you create the you have to use the import option. Okay, you go
No,
to the data, then import
I, I,
import
wa-
and do this.
I was done little bit different. That actually in the content part, I was
Fine.
deleted that content
Mm-hmm.
part. I was deleted. Then after that, suppliers, no. Then we will on copy of the content part will copy of something will be applied, no, copy of data will be there, that I was used in the content,
Okay, see,
because in the
do one
content
thing.
we have add line
Okay,
items.
boss, hold on. Do one thing. Create end-to-end approval process. What you told me today, right?
Okay, वो
Okay.
अभी कर तो ओके ठीक है
अभी
यार फिर
अभी करके मेरे को 1 बजे फोन करो.
आप तो फोन पे ही नहीं उठते यार।
हाँ.
नहीं, आपका तबीयत ठीक नहीं है ना, आई विल नॉट डिस्टर्ब यू।
No. For you, I am always okay. Once I listen your voice, na, I will be very happy.
ना ना। अब वो 1 बजे का मेरा वॉइस अच्छा नहीं आते।
चलो bye.
चलो
Bye.
Amit, one question,
Amit,
Amit.
okay.
Yes,
What are the
Amol.
different types of conditions we are generally used for the approvals? Because lot of conditions are there, no?
No, hold on, Mamsi. Your questions will be unstoppable. Amol and Varaprasad, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, Amit, actually, yesterday you said about guided buying now. Actually, the thing is like we have seen the end user rules. We want to know what is the role of a consultant in a guided buying. What are the activities which will be done by?
Yeah, so mainly the admin level activities will be done. Only this part. Addition of the tiles. Okay, so we used to add the tiles. Okay, then we have approval workflow process which we will be doing over here. But in the current realm, I don't have that access of doing these activities.
Okay.
And I remember Prasad, whenever we had some classes earlier, I have shown you, right?
No, actually, we
No.
were not there in the guided buying classes. This is the
Okay.
first time we are listening to the guided buying.
Guided buying, is it? Okay.
Yes.
Yes, Amit.
Actually,
It
due to
will
the
be good, Amit, if you just provide that video to us, and we will be
So
checking,
we
and then
can.
we will find it out, and we will be like,
what you want that access
No
no, no,
recording if you have recording.
uh,
He's
recording.
saying
Okay, I
like
will
a,
check. I will check it out if I have.
yeah. Amit, I have a doubt of this thing regarding approval levels. You said that Ariba
Mhm.
has more than 15 approval levels, right?
Yeah,
But exactly what is the count?
exactly 8 in serial.
Yeah, that's what in Google I search. It is 8. Okay. And
No, serial. It is 8. Serial it is
okay.
8. If adding serial, parallel, sub roles and all, no,
Hmm.
it will go to 15, 16, something like that.
So if someone will ask us that how many levels of approval we had, we should
No,
answer
no.
like
If
8.
you are getting the question, if you are getting the question in the certification, 8 will be the answer for this.
8, na? Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay.
And Amit, you told that about the configuration of guided buying.
Yes. It is
That
not there, na, Vamsi.
hmm?
It is not there in the current realm, guided buying.
ओके आप कल बोले ना इसलिए मैं पूछ रहा हूँ आपके नहीं है
हाँ,
आपके पास एक्सेस नहीं
नहीं है ना, नहीं है ना. Even
सुबह
even it is not a part of our course as well, but I thought it's okay to have the revision of the guided buying. You should know this.
ओके ओके वो गाइडेड बाइंग का मे बी यूट्यूब में सुना है आज सुबह वो इट में आप सही बोले इट इज यूज्ड फॉर द एम्प्लॉइज end users in the team to easily
Hmm.
flexible buy of the items that
Hmm.
by
चलो,
different because
Vamsi, I have another meeting.
आप
Okay,
तो
I need to
एग्जांपल
drop
नहीं
off.
बताए यार मैं भी मेरे को एग्जांपल बताया मेरे इसमें आपको 3-4 कंडीशन लगा के आप आप मटेरियल ग्रुप एक परचेस ग्रुप एक वैल्यू बता के आप बताए
करो
तो
ना,
एक एग्जांपल रहते ना इसमें
रहता है ना, करो ना, आज करो ना आप एक.
अरे मैं तो करते यार मेरे को नहीं है ना ये
क्या
ये,
क्या
ये
नहीं है?
हरिभाई से
आता नहीं
मेरे
है?
को नहीं है ना आपको मालूम है ना ये आप ट्रेनर है
नहीं नहीं, अरे
इसलिए मैं आपको
तुमसे
पूछते यार
मैं भी तुमसे सीख रहा हूँ भाई.
अरे
हम्म.
मैं कैसे से आपको बोल सकता आप भगवान है
नहीं नहीं, काय का भगवान.
हरिबा का भगवान हरिबा
कौन
का
सा?
तूने ब्लेसिंग
भगवान है आप
तूने ब्लेसिंग दिया इसलिए मैं ठीक हो गया, नहीं तो मैं ठीक भी नहीं होता.
हाँ क्या है
अरे भगवान का नाम क्या है?
तुमने
वामसी, भगवान का
हाँ
नाम
फिर
क्या है?
क्या, तुमने वामसी ने ब्लेसिंग दिया इसलिए मैं ठीक हो गया, नहीं तो मैं
आप ठीक हो
बेड पे
गए
पड़ा
अभी
था. थोड़ा तो ठीक हो गया ना, तुमसे बात करने में तो एनर्जी है ना.
नहीं नहीं आज आज कैसे है आप नहीं आज आपको नहीं आई वाज लेट टुडे हाउ इज योर हेल्थ टुडे
इट इज ओके ओके, गुड गुड.
यू आर रिकवरिंग
Yes. How many interviews you have given? That day I told you, Amol, what is your status? Are you going for an interviews? And
No, no. Regarding that car technology, na.
mm-hmm.
So that was cleared, and again, means I will tell you, means no response came after that interview, director वाला interview. It was earlier. उसके बाद nowadays मीन्स एक्सेंचर से कॉल आया, टीसीएस से कॉल आया, बट दे आर नॉट शेड्यूलिंग इंटरव्यू. मतलब कोई कॉल
Okay,
आता है बट इंटरव्यू विप्रो से भी आया था. मीन्स आई एम अप्लाइंग डेली, आई एम डूइंग दैट. मैं लिंक्डइन या नौकरी में खुद से अप्लाई करता हूँ और उनके साइट पे
good.
भी जाके. तो द थिंग
No,
इज
see that
लाइक,
is
या मीन्स आई एम
that is
गेटिंग
most.
कॉल अ बिट, बट फॉर दैट थिंग ओनली ना आई वाज अबाउट टू कॉल यू कि मुझे कॉल्स आ रहे हैं पर एक भी जगह इंटरव्यू शेड्यूल नहीं हो रहा. This is the thing.
नहीं वो तो ऑर्गेनिक प्रोसेस है.
हाँ वही है.
Okay.
But I am trying. Genpact means 6 to 7 companies साइट में भी जाके अप्लाई किया है. But
नहीं हो रहा है,
because
आजकल कॉल आ रहे हैं.
हाँ
Lot of
कॉल्स तो
call आ
आ
रहे
रहे हैं अमित. कॉल्स आते हैं. They just take the details from me and they are okay we will be
हैं.
updating
वो
you.
तो see, that is what it happens now. That
Yeah.
is what it happens. But once you started giving now, I said you right. 6
Yeah,
months
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah. Yeah, of course, of course.
it
No
will
worry, no
it
worry.
is 6 months.
Meanwhile,
But
the thing is like,
process different is
yeah, yeah. That will
अमूल,
be good. And yeah, Vamshi.
हाँ अमूल, आप मेरे को भी थोड़ा मदद करो ना वो रेज्यूम के.
अरे बिल्कुल
नहीं
बिल्कुल.
वो तूने होल्ड ऑन हम अमोल मत मदद करो उसको. मैंने उसको 20 दिन पहले बोला था, हैव यू अपलोडेड रिज्यूमे?
नहीं किया यार. मैं आई वाज
ओके,
ट्राइंग.
होल्ड. हैव यू मेड द रिज्यूमे?
हाँ
हैव यू प्रिपेयर्ड द रिज्यूमे?
नहीं किया यार.
क्यों नहीं किया?
अरे वो तो कौन सा पॉइंट्स क्या रखने हैं मेरे को नहीं मालूम.
नहीं, you Amol, don't help him. I told him
नो
that
नो
day 1 hour I wasted
नो
my
नो
complete time.
no, you
What?
told to Subbu also that Subbu will help me for that. Actually सुब्बू के पास तो है,
Vamshi,
इसको हेल्प
Vamshi,
करो बोल
Vamshi.
के आप सुब्बू को बोला है.
देखो
आपको
Vamshi,
याद है उस
I will
दिन.
tell you one thing. Wait. Vamshi, I will tell you one thing. Amit has given me and Prasad only 15 minutes, ठीक है, to tell us how to make a resume and all everything. The thing is like, see, and he is telling you that he has given you 1 hour. So the thing is like, it's not about the other people. It's you. You need to check in the LinkedIn or the profile. You need to copy something and all. This is the only stuff. I think that Amit has also given you some tips and all because 1 hour हमको तो सिर्फ 15 मिनट में समझाया था और हमने वैसा
और उसमें से
किया.
उसने ऑलरेडी 4 इंटरव्यू दे के बैठा है वो अमोल
हम्म.
already. So he had already been in that process now.
नहीं आप सुब्बू को आप
And you
बोले.
know, Vamsi, don't take it in negative way. His age is 24, 25. Your age is 35,
35 यार.
right? Your experience is 10 years. His experience is 4 years only.
No, not 10 years experience. I am not 10 years yet.
Then
No.
see, if you will not take seriously your career, nothing will happen. You have to flaunt your career instead of spending time on the technical stuff. I told you multiple times, but I don't know what you used to do, what you are doing, because you have to earn the money. You don't have to spend the money for learning, because you are here to, why you are learning Ariba? You are not learning Ariba to pay money. You are learning Ariba to earn you, and you should earn the money, right? And
That's right.
until and unless you will not face the interviews, you can't clear the interviews. Whoever it may be, the best trainer of the world also can't be able to help you out in this case. Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, hello. Bye. Thank you. Good night.
Yeah, okay. Okay, good night, guys. Bye bye.